Accused Capital Gazette sh00ters trial to be held in 2 parts, judge orders. Breaking news. A judge on Tuesday ordered that the trial for a man charged with killing 5 people at the Capital Gazette newspaper in Maryland to be held in 2 parts and granted a request for more time to conduct a mental health review by the state health department. Judge Laura Ripken granted a request by Jared Ramos' defense attorneys for the trial to first determine guilt or innocence. If he's found to, Ripken also granted a request from the state health department for 60 more days for a mental health evaluation of Ramos, because more records are needed to finish it. Thoroughness. Ramos has been interviewed 4 times for the evaluation, on May 21st, May 28th, June 4th and June 11th, Ripken said during a court hearing. The hearing had been expected to last much of the day, but the judge delayed taking up several pre-trial matters because one of Ramos' attorneys had a death in the immediate family. Ripken asked Ramos, who sat in the courtroom wearing a green jail jumpsuit with a beard and glasses, if he wanted to move forward on some matters before the court without one of his 3 attorneys on Tuesday, and he replied, "Aye." Ripken scheduled a new hearing for July 17th to take up other pre-trial matters. One of them is defense attorneys are asking the judge to deny allowing the tax records into the case, because they are confidential records and prosecutors haven't offered a specific argument about how they are relevant to his criminal responsibility. Prosecutors also have requested records relating to his educational background and information relating to visitors and phone calls Ramos has received at the Anne Arundel County Detention Center, where he is being held without bail. Ramos is charged with first-degree murder and other charges in the June 28, 2018, shooting deaths of Gerald Fishman, Rob Hyacinth, Rebecca Smith, Wendy Winters and John McNamara. Ramos, who police say was arrested while hiding under a desk at the newsroom, had a long-standing grudge against the newspaper after it wrote about his guilty plea to harassing a former high school classmate in 2011. Read more. Check out WBAL.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.